Alright, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the house of David, the ones of the 44,000 men, who are calling on the names of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Yahweh is the name of the Father, who the word ignorant calls God. His real name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahawashi. This lesson is going to be focused on Matthew, the 18th chapter. Well, I just wanted to get to the 6th verse, but I'm going to start at verse 1. Just without further ado, I'm going to get right into it. This is Matthew 18 and 1. At the same time came the disciples unto Yahawashi, saying, is the greatest? Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Yahawashi called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said, Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted, and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. And he said that because you must be reborn. That's going back to being reborn. Because when you reborn, you start off as a little child. And basically, Yahawashi is saying you have to be reborn. Basically, you have to be a little child. You have to go back, because once you enter into this truth, your age is different. You become like a little child because of your age in this truth, you know. Verse 4, whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. That's right, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua wants us to humble ourselves, you got to be reborn in the faith, and you got to humble yourself, man, and rely on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for everything. Verse 5, and whoso shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me. And he is referring to his men as little children because, when they enter the truth, they're basically little children, man. Your years is different. It's like you be reborn. You be basically reborn. When you first start learning this truth, you basically are reborn, and your age is different. So basically, you're a little child. And if they receive a little child in the name of Yahawashi, they receive Yahawashi. Verse 6, but whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged around his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. So the key being, these little ones are talking about his men that believe on him, that are working in his truth and labor. That's who these little children is referring to, those men. Starting with Apostle Tahar on down, he's talking about those men. And I just wanted to get the definition of that word offend. Salakia. Okay, it's a verb, early 14th century. To sin against someone. From Old English, offendre, transgress, antagonize, and directly from Latin, offendere, to hit, strike against, figuratively, Salakia, to stumble, commit a fault, displease. So if you find a fault and you displeasing the man of Yahweh Yahawashi, trespass against, to provoke, to strike, meaning to violate, to make a false step, to commit a crime, meaning to wound the feelings. Ooh, that's a good one right there. Ooh, that's a good one. To wound the feelings, to attack a cell, and attested from late 14th century. This has been lost in modern English, but is referred as offensive, related, offended and offending. So, if you provoke, provoke or trespass against a man, or strike or hit, because there's many ways that you can do it. You can offend a man by what you say, and you can offend him physically. You can wound his feelings, to wound the feelings. You can stumble, you can displease a man of Yahawashi. You can hit him, you can strike against him, you can sin against him. And if you do these things, Yahawashi said it best. He said, Matthew 18:6, but whosoever shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, those are the men of Yahawashi, the prophets and the disciples, and the ones of the 44,000. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged around his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. So basically, Yahawashi is saying it was better for him to kill himself. It was better for him to kill himself. So with that, I hope y'all was edified with this lesson through the spirit and power of Yahawashi. And words are important, man, as you can see. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.